I'm 80 years old. When I sit on this porch in the evening, watching the world move past me, I feel like I'm holding secrets that took 8 decades to learn. The house behind me is quiet now. They're all gone. My wife, my children grown and scattered, old friends who've moved on to whatever comes next. But here's what nobody tells you about reaching this age. The silence isn't empty. It's full of everything that actually matters. You spend your whole life thinking you own things. Your house, your car, your career, even the people you love. But ownership is an illusion we tell ourselves to feel secure. I've watched everything I thought was mine slip away. And you know what? That's when the real education begins. What remains when the dust settles isn't what you accumulated. It's who you became while you were accumulating it. I remember being in my 40s and 50s, thinking my life was defined by what I'd built, the business I ran, the house I bought, the respect I'd earned. Those things felt so permanent, so important. Now I see them for what they were, temporary costumes I wore while learning to be human. What actually remains is the character you forge in the fire of trying, failing, and trying again. The kindness you showed when nobody was watching. The love you gave freely, because that's the only thing that doesn't get sold at an estate sale. Here's another secret. Life isn't made of the mountain peaks. It's made of the walk between them. All those Tuesday mornings when nothing special happened, the coffee that tasted just right, the way sunlight hit the kitchen table, the sound of rain on the roof while you read a book. I got to see 29,200 sunrises, and most of them were ordinary. But ordinary, it turns out, is where the magic lives. When you're young, you think happiness comes from achieving something big, getting the promotion, finding the perfect person, buying the dream house. But what remains at the end of a long life is a collection of small, beautiful moments that seemed like nothing at the time. The way my wife hummed while doing dishes, how my daughter's laugh could fill a room, the satisfaction of a job done well, even if nobody noticed. The most important relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. If you haven't built that internal fortress, old age becomes terrifying. You're left alone with a stranger you never bothered to know. But if you've done the work, if you've made peace with your own company, then these quiet years become a sanctuary. I sit here now and feel genuinely content with the person in the mirror. Turns out, I was my own best friend all along. What haunts me most isn't what I didn't achieve. It's the times I wasn't kind. The arguments where I chose being right over being loving. Being right is the loneliest victory in the world. What I know now is that kindness was always the correct answer, regardless of the question. Every harsh word I spoke, every time I let pride win over compassion, those are the real regrets that echo in this quiet house. There's immense freedom in letting go of the need to be important. I spent decades trying to matter, to leave a mark, to be remembered. Now I understand that the greatest joy comes from being a witness to life's continuous miracle. Watching young people make the same beautiful mistakes I made, seeing the world renew itself with each generation. I'm not the star of this story anymore, and that's perfectly fine. I'm 80, and I'm not afraid of the dark anymore. I've realized that light never really disappears. It just moves to the next room. What remains is fierce, heart-aching gratitude for the sheer impossibility of having lived at all, for having loved and been loved, for having witnessed this extraordinary, ordinary miracle we call existence. Don't wait until you're 80 to discover what truly remains. Look for it now, in this moment, in the life you're living right now.